Is that a firearm under your jacket? Don't reach for it. Just answer it.
You know what?
It's gonna happen.
I'm sorry, but it's the police that have proved themselves to be unreliable. All I know is you're wearing a monkey suit.
A monkey suit? I believe it's a police uniform and a badge.
今天的这个事情，警察完全不占上风啊，不敢轻举妄动，因为这位司机女士不简单，她的腰间可别着枪呢。事情发生在美国的俄勒冈州，警察在巡逻的时候发现前车异常，于是立刻将这辆车拦停。刚走进车窗才发现，这位女士可不好惹。
Hi there.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Officer Kennedy. Remember quickly say earlier, conversation is being recorded, okay?
Yes, it is.
The reason for the stop today is that I noticed your tags are expired. Do you have your license on you? Is that a firearm under your jacket? Don't reach for it. Just answer it. I don't know. I'm asking if it's a firearm, so if you reach for it, we have issues.
It is.
Okay, don't ever reach for it, okay? Okay. Will you do me a favor? I'd like to remove that from you.
I would rather remove it myself
Okay,
than
you're not
place
going
it
to do
on
that.
that.
You're not going to put a firearm in your
Sir,
hands. Okay, so just hear me
I
out.
am
Stop
not-
talking. Just let me explain, okay? It's for my safety. I don't mean any harm to you.
Excuse me, but it's about my safety.
Okay, I'm not going to hurt you, nor am I putting off an intimidating
Well, I'm not
okay, just
going to
listen.
hurt you.
This is what I would like to do, okay? All I would like you to do is cross your fingers like this, put your hand on your head, and I'd like to just grab it and take it out. I'm not going to seize
No,
it or
I
anything
do not
like
want
that.
my weapon outside of my vehicle.
Where's your ID?
I do not want my weapon outside of the vehicle.
Where is your
I
ID?
am willing to put my weapon on the dash so that you can clearly
Do not
see it.
touch that gun.
Fine.
Okay.
Then it'll
I'll
see
tell you
where
what.
it's at.
Put the paperwork on the dash for me. Put the paperwork on the dash.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to, and it's a lawful order. Put the paperwork on the dash now, and put your hands on the steering wheel and don't move them. Okay? You're being confrontational. You have a firearm. We're not going to play that game. I'm going to get your name, date of birth, and I'm going to continue my traffic stop. Do you understand that? You're going to need to present me with an ID. Can you point to where your ID is?
No, sir. You told me to put my hands on the steering wheel.
Okay, if you're not going to talk, you can't tell me your name and your date of birth. Does that make sense? So will you tell me your name and date of birth?
Not until I present this paperwork.
Okay. 3216. Can I get another unit? I'm going to get my chief down here for you.
Okay.
Keep your hands right where they're at.
I will keep them there as long as I can.
Okay. Perfect. They need to remain there and your hand needs to stay away from them.
And I already told you, I will keep them there as long as I can. This is not exactly a comfortable position.
Not yet. Female's verbally uncooperative.
I am not uncooperative.
Firearm
I
on
am
her hip.
simply answering you without lying.
Not at this time.
See, you guys always do that. You guys always make something up that isn't there.
What did I make up today, ma'am?
You're saying I'm being confrontational. I'm not being confrontational.
Okay, maybe let me use a different word. Argumentative.
Well, maybe argumentative, but I'd say so are you, because you're not getting everything you want exactly when you want it.
Yeah, because I gotta survive every contact, and
I
I'm gonna
understand
get
that.
what I want when there's a firearm involved.
You know what?
It's gonna happen.
I'm sorry, but it's the police that have proved themselves to be unreliable.
Oh yeah? Have you ever met me before?
Yes, I have.
You've met me. Where did you meet me?
Matter of fact, really doesn't matter.
Okay, so you haven't met me, so therefore you have no idea whether I'm reliable or not.
All I know is you're wearing a monkey suit.
A monkey suit? I believe it's a police uniform and a badge. But that's fine. I get what you're trying to do. You're mad at the badge, not at me. I'm just trying to go home every day.
I don't trust the badge.
Okay, you don't have to trust me, but not that I don't trust you, I can't trust you because I don't know you. Okay, I stop hundreds possibly thousands of people every year, and I have to survive each of those contacts for a duration of 25 years.
I understand that.
这位女士是真的不好搞，因为现在双方都有枪，而且是相互不信任。女士也说了，不能信警察，因为警察根本就靠不住。而这位警察也说了，他要争取在每次拦停车辆中都能活下来。在美国当警察是真的不容易啊，因为美国很多州都是允许持枪的，经常会发生司机向警察打黑枪的事情。每一次交通拦停对于警察来说都是考验。警察说要把女士的枪拿出车外，而且是警察自己拿，不能让女士伸手去碰枪。有的朋友可能会说了，让女士自己拿枪怕什么？难道她还真的会开枪吗？ 可是谁又能保证他不敢开枪呢？他既然随身带着枪，那就说明他敢随时开枪。对于这种人来说，没有什么不敢的，枪就是用来开的。警察刚拦停的时候，女士就拿出来几张文件，虽然现在我们还不知道纸上面写的是什么，但是也能猜出个大概，估计又是开车不需要驾照之类的说明文件。女士的态度也十分高傲，对于警察来说，这位女士就像一块硬骨头，看来她自己是搞不定这位女士的，所以她已经呼叫了支援。
I know how to do that, and I know how I want people to react if they do have a firearm, and so that's what I go off of, okay?
And I was willing to compromise with you, but you're not willing to compromise. You want it
What
your
is the
way.
compromise?
I am willing to put it on the dash, or even to allow you to put it on the dash. I
would
not
like to do that.
willing to allow you to remove it from my vehicle.
Okay. I can work with you on that a little bit. If I'm going to put it on your dash, I'm going to unload it first.
That's fine.
Okay. Will you put your hands on your head with your fingers crossed so I can remove it from you? Thank you. I appreciate that. Any other firearms with you?
No.
Okay.
Can I put my hands down now?
Yes, ma'am. If you could keep them at least visible, that would be wonderful.
Now, can I begin going over this paperwork with me that you're going to thoroughly disagree with me on anyway?
I'm not saying I'm going to disagree with you. It may be legitimate, okay?
It is legitimate.
Okay, okay.
I've done
Well, that's
my
fine.
research in my own
Once I get this done, we'll move on with the rest of the stop.
It would have been a lot easier just to push the deal.
You don't get to decide how things go. Okay. I'm all about I'm all about respecting you and trying to work with you.
I was
but
trying to be helpful.
You were not. I was asking you to do something, and you were refusing to.
I was talking about with getting the bullets out of the gun. I was just trying.
Well,
it would have been easier and faster to get the bullets out if you'd have pushed the release.
Okay.
That's all I was trying to say.
Before that, I was giving you a lawful order, and you were refusing to obey that. For personal feelings, I understand that. You did not prefer it that way. But there's times during a traffic stop or an interaction with police, you have to set your personal opinion or feelings aside to obey a lawful order.
You agreed to put my weapon on my dash.
Afterwards.
No.
Correct.
You
After I told you
to put my weapon.
Okay, we're gonna stop this. I'm gonna wait for the
dash.
chief. We'll go from there. I'm gonna put it on the dash now. You need to not reach for it, and I'm gonna put it on that side. Will you roll that window down?
I have to turn.
Just turn it to the on. Yeah, accelerator on. That's fine.
警察来到车前一看，瞬间惊掉了下巴。这辆车竟然没有引擎盖，没有引擎盖违法吗？这在俄勒冈州还真违法。美国有的州对引擎盖的规定不严，但是有的州就规定开车必须要有引擎盖。俄勒冈州的法律中没有特别提到引擎盖，但是有一个例外，说可以移除有轨电车的引擎盖，这也就意味着其他的车辆必须要有引擎盖。
Actually, I'm gonna hold it here until the chief's here. Okay, where's your identification at?
I will just wait for your chief.
Fine with me. Ma'am, is there a reason that you're being difficult? I'm trying to give you every opportunity to...
Quite honestly, I don't feel like repeating myself. And if I go through all this with you, then I have to go over it yet again with the chief.
Okay.
I don't feel like repeating myself.
Okay.
So, I am not refusing to identify. I am simply requesting that you take into account that there's more to it than maybe even what you know. I know, you're an officer and you think you know all the laws. Sorry, but nobody knows all the laws.
I've never claimed to.
I would certainly hope not, because I feel bad for anybody that has to...
So, Chief, will you roll that window down for the chief so he can hear everything that's being said? So I have the firearm now. It's clear from her. So essentially, approached. I know she had the firearm on her hip. Not a big deal. I asked her if it was a firearm that she'd point at it or tell me instead of reaching it. She reached for it. Anyway, I asked her to put her hands on her head so I could remove it from her and take it back to my vehicle to secure it during the rest of the stop because she's mildly argumentative. She refused to do that. We ended up coming to a compromise. She let me take it off her and unload it. So it's been a bit of a confrontation. I've asked her for a license multiple times. She said she wouldn't give it until you got here, so that's where we're at. So can I have your license?
I don't want to repeat myself.
Okay, can I have your license, please?
Just real quick, man, just so you know, my name's Chief Bruce. Really, I got my camera going too, so this thing recording, okay?
Okay. I've got my camera recording as well.
Okay.
Now, as I told you before I relinquish my information, I am going to go over this paperwork.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay? So, as you're asking me for my driver's license, I do want you to know as it's right of the citizen to travel upon the public highways.
女士拿出随身携带的文件，开始读起来。大概内容是这样的：一个公民可以在公共道路上行驶，并用马车、货车或者汽车运输他的财产，这是他在生命权、自由权和追求幸福的权利之下所拥有的一项共同权利。因此，根据这一宪法保障，在正常情况下，一个人可以按照自己的意愿在公共道路上或者公共场所旅行，并以有序和得体的方式行事，既不干涉也不干扰他人。公民的这种权利是受法律保护的。这位女士说的头头是道，还把宪法搬出来。你看吧，宪法规定公民有开车旅行的权利，而并没有规定必须要有驾照才能开车。无论有没有驾照，公民都可以在公路上开车，这是宪法赋予公民的权利。现在美国有越来越多的人相信开车不需要驾照，他们的依据就是女士读的宪法规定的旅行权。不过警长告诉女士，你是有旅行的权利，但是美国最高法院从来没有裁定过说查驾照是违宪的，反而多次裁定旅行权并不包括在没有适当凭证的情况下在公共道路上驾驶机动车的权利，无论该车辆是否为商用车辆。用大白话翻译就是开车需要驾照。况且美国宪法第10修正案也规定了，允许每个州以他们认为合适的方式实施交通法规，也就是说每个州可以自定义交通法规，说让你出示驾照你就必须出示驾照。不过值得称赞的是，女士接下来竟然拿出了自己的驾照，虽然她的驾照已经被吊销了，但是至少也算是出事了吧。
The crime is not a failure.
So you have to let go of it. You have to
Why
present
do-
it to
Why do I have to let go of it? I presented it. You can see it.
Do you have a concealed handgun license with you?
No,
Okay. Do you have insurance for the vehicle?
not required.
Okay.
Good. Whether you feel it's required or not, do you have insurance information? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Do you have registration information? Whether it's required in your opinion or not, do you have...
I don't know if it's here in the car or not.
Okay, so you just don't know. Okay, that's fine. I'll be back.
警察拿着女士的驾照一去查，不得了啊！驾照被吊销，车子没有保险，也没有登记证，妥妥的三无产品。驾照被吊销，为什么不去处理呢？其他证件没有，怎么不去办理呢？因为没必要呗。女士认为开车不需要驾照，也不需要其他证件，因为她有旅行的权利。现在在美国有这种想法的人可不止女士一个人啊，而是大有人在。
Gina, what's the deal? Okay, I need you to step out of the vehicle because you're being placed under arrest for carrying a concealed firearm.
You're placing me under arrest for a concealed firearm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask what led you to that decision?
Okay, well, you're carrying a concealed firearm, and that's a crime in Oregon.
Ma'am, do you recall I asked you if that was a gun underneath your jacket?
And I said yes.
Okay, so by me not being able to tell whether it was a gun or not, it was not in open plain view, right? Okay, so it would have been concealed if I can't tell that it's a gun.
You could obviously see the butt of it.
If you got your sweatshirt covering that gun, it's concealed. An open carry is open carry, nothing obstructing the firearm or the holster that it's in.
So had it been on the dash or like flat on the passenger seat,
Or had it been on your side without a sweatshirt covering it, that's not concealed. But you have it under
So
clothing,
now
that's
you guys
concealed.
want to nitpick.
and additionally, it's also a crime to present me with a driver's license knowing that it's suspended. I see you were convicted of driving while suspended in late December of 2021, which was only a few months ago. Additionally, you haven't been reinstated at all since then, so there's a pretty good inclination that you knew you were suspended and knew that license was not valid. That's also a crime in the state of Oregon.
You're making assumptions.
No, that's...
You're making assumptions.
Oh, as far as your knowledge
you're
of that?
Assuming whether I knew or did not know.
Right, I never said I knew for a fact. Okay. I'm not in your mind, I can't know that. But there's pretty good evidence to show that you likely knew. But additionally from that, for the concealed firearm, yes, you are under arrest. So we just need you to step out. We don't want it to be incident or anything. Just ask you to step out and face the panel up there for us, please.
在持枪方面，女士真的是犯了一个大错误。虽然有很多州允许持枪，但是也不能随意携带。持枪方式分为公开携带和隐藏携带。公开携带就是要把枪露在外边，让别人能够一眼看得见。反之，隐藏携带就是可以放在衣服里面，让别人看不见。比如说，女士把枪放在仪表盘上，警察一眼就能看得见，这就是公开携带。但是今天女士却把枪别在腰间，用衣服盖住了，这就是隐藏携带。这位警察也是好眼力呀，一眼就瞄到了女士腰间别的枪。每个州的枪支法律不一样，有的州管理得很严，持枪需要许可证，有的州则不需要许可证，有的州可以公开携带，但是却不能隐藏携带。那么在俄勒冈州是怎么规定的呢？年满18岁且没有重罪记录，没有违反持枪规定的，允许在没有许可证的情况下公开携带枪支。但是隐藏持枪就没那么容易了，隐藏持枪则需要许可证，并不是说你有把枪就能随意玩，都是需要按照法律来持枪。今天的这位女士就是没有隐藏持枪的许可证，所以说她是违法的。
So maybe like I explained to you, this isn't the place to argue. That just makes things worse. That's why there's court.
Yeah, you guys looked for the most petty thing that you could to arrest me for.
Okay, this isn't the place for these arguments, okay, ma'am? So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and step out of the vehicle. And if you refuse
I will
to...
step
okay.
out of the vehicle. However, the U.S. Supreme Court has already ruled that a vehicle is a household effect.
Okay.
Therefore, you have no right to tow it.
Okay. Again, you can argue that in court. You can argue that. You can file lawsuits. You can do what you like.
So,
Okay.
in other words, what you're saying is that you don't care
Get him on the camera.
that you are stomping all over my country.
What I care about is this is my job, okay? I am educated, I'm informed, I get the training on laws and court rulings.
But that does
okay?
not mean that you know all the laws.
Okay.
And that does not mean that you are kept up to date
Right.
on the U.S. Supreme Court's rulings.
Right. So I'm pretty kept up to date. So go ahead, ma'am, go ahead and step out of the
In the
vehicle. You are under
meantime,
arrest.
you guys are taking something that you have no legal right to take.
Again,
女士还振振有词地跟警察讲法律，但是警察已经失去了耐心，再不下车就要砸了。最后女士不得不下车，警察将女士上铐，然后又向她宣读了米兰达权利，你有权保持沉默，但是你所说的一切都将成为呈堂证供。今天的这个事情也引发了很多人的思考，为什么现在有那么多的人相信开车不需要驾照？其实这是一种误导，可能是手机刷多了，脑子里接受了各种各样乱七八糟的信息。还有一个重要的问题啊，刚才女士读的宪法规定的旅行权，说马车、货车或者汽车有权在公路上行驶，其实法律原文中并没有包括汽车，因为这条法律年代已久了，可能当时没有考虑到汽车这个东西，这个汽车完全是他们自己加进去的，所以在法律面前他们根本就站不住脚。另外还有就是持枪的问题，有了枪并不代表可以随便玩，还是要根据本州的枪支法来持枪。那么问题又来了，这位女士进了监狱以后，是否能够真正的反思自己的错误呢？